Right, it's Dave here with my wife.
Hello, Cathy here.
It's the most formal, weirdest introduction ever. So it's Friday night. We are bored, I guess. So we wanted to go to the cinema.
Not bored because it's a Friday night. We're happy, but we
we're
decided
happy.
to go to the cinema.
Get happy and bored.
Yeah.
Well, not bored. Okay, look, we didn't have any plans.
Yeah, we
so
didn't have any plans.
We want to go to the cinema. Sometimes you just feel like going to the cinema.
And we don't know what this movie is. We're just going to see it, which is quite fun.
No, we are literally going to the cinema just to go to the cinema. And then this was the movie that sprung out to us that we hadn't seen.
It was either this or Bad Neighbours or Captain America, which you've seen already.
Yeah, we'd seen everything, or there was a load of shite. So,
and what's it called again?
It's like they'll have already seen
it's
the
a
title
generic
of this,
thriller
so
starring Damian Lewis, who we also watched in Billions last night. So we're unexpectedly and probably unwishingly watching.
Unwishingly,
not necessarily want to watch Damian Lewis 2 nights in a row. But
we're
that's
feeling
just
very
happened.
unwishing.
Yeah, but we don't mind
Damian
watching
Lewis
him 2 nights in a row.
Can we discuss his tiny mouth?
No, we'll discuss that later because this is only a brief introduction. And apparently it's his audition to be James Bond. So we'll see what we make of that.
Is it? But that's such a tabloid thing to say, isn't it?
Apparently.
You're such a tabloid hand. Okay, well, if we're not going to discuss his tiny mouth now, then we're just going to have to save it for later. But I cannot wait. All right, so we're going to see some kind of traitor. I think that's what it's called. We don't know anything about this. We are nearly at the cinema. So
we know it's good on Rotten Tomatoes, so.
Yeah, we did look at that.
Yeah.
We are.
Okay. Bye.
We are into the review aggregation. This is going well. This brief introduction. Bye. Who's he bye to?
Turn it off.
Our catchphrase is "Here we go." Right? That's our thing.
Okay, right.
Say it together.
No.
No, come on.
Go on, turn it off.
Here we go. Let's do this.
Is this all he gave you? Yeah. He told you he was a member of the Russian mafia. And you still agreed to help him.
I thought I could just hand it over and be done with it. He said that his children would be killed if I didn't.
You believed him?
Okay, so we're just out of... I think I got the title wrong in the intro. I said some kind of traitor.
What's it called?
I think it's... Exactly. What was the movie called that we just saw?
Anyway, the title doesn't matter. I asked Dave
It's
after the movie what he thought of it, and he told me to save it for the streets.
Save it for the streets.
So he wasn't willing to speak about the movie at all.
No, I don't want to waste any of the good stuff.
We started recording this.
This is the good stuff.
So what do you think?
I thought it was fine. I thought it was pretty fucking boring.
Really?
For a lot of it.
I
liked it, but I was just like, okay. First of all, let's give them one of your classic synopses.
So first of all, it's actually not a Damian Lewis film; it's a Ewan McGregor film.
Well, it's an ensemble.
But
it's Ewan McGregor, Stellan Skarsgård, Naomi Harris, and Damian Lewis.
So is Stellan Skarsgård the guy who's in Thor or the guy who's in Mamma Mia? Because I get them mixed up.
Yeah, he's both of those people.
Oh, it's the same person. Okay, great.
So give us your.
I spent the whole movie trying to figure out which one he was, and obviously he's the same one. Anyway, he's amazing. Ewan McGregor gave one of the more insipid performances of his career, and basically the plot is that Ewan McGregor is a hapless, gormless, slightly emasculated man who has a haircut somewhere between Keith Urban and Gwyneth Paltrow in Sliding Doors.
His haircut was very unusual.
So boring the movie was, I was figuring out what his haircut was like.
Was it a wig?
I don't know.
It was.
And anyway, he's on holidays with his wife, and they're not getting on very well. And we discover later it's because he's...
No, we're not going to do any spoilers.
No spoilers, right? Because no one will have seen this.
Let's do spoiler free, because nobody's going to be... no one's going to watch this.
No, Dave, stop it. Okay.
They're just all tuning in for our brilliant...
marital discord. They're not getting on very well, and in the hotel he meets Stellan Skarsgård, who he develops the biggest straight man crush I've ever seen in my life on. And Stellan Skarsgård is quite a larger than life character who works for the Russian mob and who entrusts Ewan McGregor to help him give information to MI5 for him, because he wants to turncoat and have his family protected in England. The bit I didn't understand was
a Russian mafia guy.
Why was his family in danger? I didn't quite get that. Anyway, that's probably a spoiler.
Because
but I didn't get the whole setup.
they're in danger. Look, we
They're
don't need
in
to go into a
danger,
lot of
okay.
details here. And the danger is legitimate.
The danger's
Think of the very
legitimate.
opening scene of the movie.
The Russian mafia.
All right, so that's the setup. We've
say
covered Ewan McGregor's hair.
Yeah.
Can we talk about?
I liked it actually.
You liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it as
It
well.
was a
But
little bit dry.
I
but
felt like I was doing a lot of sighing. Did you notice
the
me
man
sighing?
next to me fell asleep. Did you notice?
Yeah, I did notice
Yeah.
that. He was. Also, it was very quiet.
It was really quiet, and
Why
we were
was it so
eating, and our
quiet?
bags were rustling
And
so loudly.
The bags were us, and you gave out to me because I had a little chocolate finger thing, and you gave out to me because I kept taking it out of the bag and putting it back into the bag. Yeah, but I couldn't explain to you at the time because it was so quiet. And if I'd explained to you,
Every time you
I
put
would
it
have
back
made
in the
more
bag.
noise. But the reason I was putting it back into the bag was because it was melting. So I couldn't hold it because my original plan was to take it out and hold it.
Look, we've got 5 minutes left. We're
No,
walking
this
a
is-
very short way home.
This is
very
actually
close.
more interesting to
No.
talk about than the movie.
So I reckon the movie is a combination of Skyfall.
Falling asleep.
No, Skyfall, The Night Manager, and Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Ewan McGregor's playing the same hapless romantic fool he played in Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
And did you notice it was based on a Le Carre novel, the guy who wrote The Night Manager?
Oh, I was going to say, I
Yeah,
recognise
and it
that
felt
guy's name.
very
It felt very like
felt
the Night
very
Manager.
like The Night
Okay,
Manager.
can I say first of all what I liked? I liked the setup because you've got these two very normal, unsuspecting couple, or hapless, as you have
he's
said.
an English lit professor, which is the most classically,
He's a bit of a gum.
Yeah,
but
and
look,
he gets all excited to be part of the MI5 mission, which is ludicrous because why would the
I
MI5
don't think
entrust a
so.
hapless
He's not excited.
English instructor?
He's not. He's a professor. He's
He
not an
could not
English
get-
instructor.
He could not
have
jumped more headfirst into the whole
He
plot.
wasn't excited.
There
he
was no mention of
no,
either of their jobs.
No,
why
he
they
was
had to
slightly
not
reluctant.
be working with the MI5.
He was
To help this Russian
he was the
mob guy.
reluctant hero, but he just can't help himself because he's a paragon of virtue, but he's also
Maybe
tormented.
not in his marriage, though.
Look, exactly. So maybe he's not the perfect guy. Look, he was a bit of a sort of by the numbers reluctant
And
hero.
his hair was
I
so
thought.
distracting.
Do you remember How to Go Home?
No,
No.
I don't know which way to go.
You don't, because I can see you veering the
Okay,
wrong
right.
way. It's this way.
And him and Naomi Harris had such bad chemistry that when at one point they actually kissed, it looked like a brother and sister kissing in the bed.
Yeah,
It
and
was
they had
so
a very awkward sex scene at the very beginning.
Yeah, though that
where-
was intentionally awkward.
Intentionally awkward, yes, but I mean, they actually had to film Ewan going a bit to going a
Anyway,
bit to town on her.
It was a bit awkward.
Um,
And yeah, we're not really describing the plot of the movie, but
yeah, I thought you described
yeah,
it
okay.
very
We don't want to
eloquently.
give spoilers because we feel. Oh, I thought it was interesting that we watched Billions last night, which is.
And he said the word billions about
Yeah, he
100
did.
times. Did you notice that as well?
Really weird.
It was like he was promoting the TV
no, but
show.
what's really weird is that we watched Billions last night, where Damien Lewis is this high-flying billionaire, and Paul Giamatti is the DA who's trying to catch him. And then in this movie, Damien Lewis is playing the DA, except he's like a very posh British MI5 equivalent, and he's out hunting people with bad
MI6,
money.
I think.
And his accent, you would think that's a terribly fake bad accent. I've heard him speak in real life. He's actually that posh.
Is that his real
That's
accent?
his real accent, yeah.
I thought it
Because I
sounded
was
like.
shocked the first time I
I
heard
thought
him
it sounded
speak.
like a blimey, Charlie.
Yeah.
I'm very posh. It just sounded like
no, Dave, you
an
just said
American
Australian
trying
accent.
the. Okay, whatever.
But it's because
I
we
did.
were first introduced to him with an American accent when you actually hear his English accent. 'cause
So what
it's
did you
posh.
what did you think of him in this?
I thought he was terrible.
Yeah,
That
agreed.
was one of the worst performances
It was
I've seen.
such it was such a caricature,
and his mouth,
wasn't it? It was
his
like an
upper
American.
lip never moved. No, his lip moves, but the bit above it doesn't move.
I
so
do
it's very
say.
distracting.
Do kindly take a
Um,
seat.
Yeah, he was
I'm a
terrible, and
spy.
Ewan McGregor was terrible. And I like Naomi Harris. I thought she was good, but again, it's like, why do you have someone from Bond in it? Because it's so Bond.
Oh, is that what she's from?
Yeah, she's Miss Moneypenny.
Oh, right.
And then.
Oh, sorry. Can we address the
Stellan
comment you
Skarsgård's the
said?
best.
Can we address the comment you said on the way into the cinema, which was this is Damien Lewis's audition for Bond?
Well, that's what I had seen a headline of.
Which is nonsense,
nonsense.
because that would be James Bond with a stick up his arse.
He's advertising the position of M, basically.
That was
if
like
M
a
wore double-breasted suits and was
boring.
so boring.
Do have another scone,
Yeah,
old chap.
and Ewan McGregor's crush on Stellan Skarsgård was like, he met this guy once and he was willing
No,
to
listen.
essentially give up his entire life.
Can I give
and
a counter argument to your Ewan McGregor's character, Perry? What was he called? His bashing that you're doing. I kind of liked that. Look, it's a little bit cheesy, but I liked the idea that he didn't have to get involved, but he just couldn't help himself because he's a good person.
No, I don't think that was
virtuous.
I think it's because he's
and it was
emasculated.
the right thing to do.
No, it's because he's emasculated. His wife's a very powerful barrister. He's done the naughty and he's in the bad books, and he wanted to do something that made him feel empowered, I think.
Okay.
That was my take on
that's
it.
an interesting
and also,
take on
he
it.
was just weirdly obsessed with Stellan Skarsgård. And I did enjoy their scenes together. I thought Ewan McGregor was so humorless and dry in this movie, but Stellan Skarsgård has such a force of personality that he just took over every scene he was in.
He does the big shouty Russian voice a lot, doesn't he? Isn't that what you're making me a face? Because am I being stereotypical, or is it that I'm shouting?
No, you're just
in the
shouting
street?
in the middle of the street.
Okay.
It's embarrassing enough you make me.
Can't they
walk
see
down
we're
the
doing a
street with
podcast?
this. So yeah, anyway, I liked it. I thought it was a little bit baggy in the middle, but it's not that long a movie. And,
I thought it was dull for a lot of it.
Someone next to me fell asleep, which
Can
isn't
we
the best
agree?
sign.
Well, I think that sums it up.
No.
Can we agree? Listen to me. Can we agree though? Agree with me that for large parts of that movie, it was quite tedious. The action in inverted comma scenes were very much like, just like waiting for stuff to happen, and there was no real.
I wouldn't say
there was
any
no real
action.
suspense.
No.
There was like, and it didn't. There was stakes. The stakes weren't very high. It was like.
I would say that if
I was
Keith
just like,
Urban
I
and
don't
Gwyneth Paltrow
care.
had a baby, it would be Ewan McGregor in this movie, and it was distractingly wiggish. And also,
was very
I
Keith
was thinking.
Urban.
I mean, this shows kind of how dull the movie was. I was thinking, when was the last time Ewan McGregor was in a movie?
Well, he's kind of gone under the radar a little bit. He's not really A-list anymore. But I like he pops up in interesting things. I think he's a good actor. I think he did the best he could with a very thinly written character. I like Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I like him too. But
And
I
I
don't
love
think he
his
added
hair.
anything to this movie.
It's so luscious. It was like a L'Oreal ad.
It was, you know, it's funny because we just watched it, and it's hard with this because you can't write down notes and like refer to them as we're speaking. So both times we've done this already, I've remembered things afterwards. I meant to say, oh yeah, the cinematography was beautiful.
Yeah, there
It
was
looked
some
fab.
lovely countryside.
We're not selling it though.
It had that sort of Jean Le Carré Night Manager sort of international.
It was like the B-roll from The Night Manager.
I was about to say Switzerland. Is that where Bern is?
It looked like
Should
the Sound
we-
of Music where they were. So
Let's say Switzerland.
yeah, Switzerland.
Somebody-
B-roll from The Night Manager. So
somebody
like the
correct us.
second unit director of The Night Manager just shot some footage while he was
I
there.
bet Dave O'Neill will correct us. Shout out to Dave O'Neill.
So yeah, anyway, we're not even home and we've run out of stuff to talk about.
Oh, that's bad.
I recommend it, yeah.
But the format of our
If you've
podcast
if you've
is that we
nothing
have
better
to
to
talk
go see,
all the way home.
If you've nothing better to go see, I enjoyed
Well, let's
it.
talk about my
I'd recommend-
chocolate.
I recommend it to my dad. I think he'll like it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I'd recommend it to your dad. Put that on the poster.
Well,
let's
it was
talk
quite
about
an
my-
old audience as well.
Let's talk about my chocolate biscuits some more.
No,
Because I think that's, there's
I
a
did
lot to
get
mine
pick and
there.
mix, which was quite nice.
Yeah, you were making a lot of noise
No,
with the pick
but
and
at
mix
least
bag.
I can't
And then
put
you had the
things-
gall to give
Well,
out to
you
me
had one thing
from
that
my
you
one
kept putting in and out
chocolate
of the
finger.
same bag.
Yeah, but I couldn't hold it because it was melting and it was massive.
Right, okay, listen, sign this thing off. It's freezing.
Okay, signing off. We're still here. I don't
Yeah, turn it off.
know how to sign it off.
Okay, bye.
Bye.